Hello, everyone. Uh, First time really in front of the camera for me. My son Brent, I'm Tracy. Uh, Been watching a lot of videos on YouTube, and one of the ones that we watched recently was from the Vlogginsons. Brad and Margaret, they sat down and they did the Halloween question and answers. Figured why not? We'll do it too. So we're going to do it a little quicker probably than what they had done it. We're going to keep it a little more to the point, maybe a quick little explanation. There again, first video, a little overwhelming still. Question one, what is your favorite movie?
I would think, uh, maybe The Evil Dead.
Any reason why?
I mostly like Bruce Campbell in it, just how he plays the role of being Ash.
Okay. For me, I would have to go with something from Stephen King. Probably like Rose Red or maybe Dreamcatcher. Because those are two of my favorites that he does. Okay, question two. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you enjoy Halloween?
7 or 8, probably.
Yeah. For me, I think I'm probably closer to a 9, not because of what the holiday is based on, but more what the holiday means to the kids. Because we have a small thrift shop, and one of the things that we try to do is they have a downtown trick or treating for the kids. And one of the things that we do is when the kids come through, we give them a piece of candy. And what we started doing is when they get their candy, then they're told go over and pick out a book, a movie, something like that. So we try to make it a little bit more than just about the candy. And number three, what is your fondest Halloween memory? I'm going first on this one. You're not stealing my story. We used to have a house on the other side of town, and I had gotten all dressed up, the mask, coveralls, the whole 9 yards. I'm sitting on the porch, and it's kind of chilly out, and I got the bull sitting in front of me, and I kind of prop myself over, and I'm just sitting there waiting for the next kids. They start coming up the walkway, and they get about halfway up, and they stop, and they look at me, and they start asking each other, well, what do? We just take a piece of candy, or what? What are we supposed to do? I don't know. Maybe we walk past the bowl and knock on the door. Well, they started walking up, and I heard one of them say, "Wow, that dummy looks really real." And I jumped my hand up and I went like this. Those two kids jumped about a foot and a half off the ground and took off. That's probably one of my favorite memories, terrorizing two kids.
I would say my favorite was actually at the store, and that was when I forgot who it was I was scared, but when I propped myself up against the door and I'm sitting there and up that or so.
Oh, is this the one where the kid come up and start poking you in the nose?
Yeah.
He dresses up, he kind of does the same thing, makes himself look like a dummy. And he's propped in the corner. Kid walks up and he pokes him in the nose. Turns around to his friends. Oh, don't worry about it. It's not real. And what do you do while he's talking to his friends?
I stood upright and then walked right up behind him, and he didn't he turn
He
around?
turned around, and we really wish we had gotten that on video. It would have definitely been on one of those pranks and hoax video comedy things. He did it perfect. Okay. Have you always been a Halloween lover? For myself, not especially. As a little kid, we had the plastic milk jug type masks that we'd wear. They'd always get, sweaty. You couldn't see. Never failed. You'd turn, the costume would rip. And one of the things I'd start doing was just dressing up in whatever I had at home. So usually I ended up dressing up as a hobo instead. It's not been until this one was born and we could take him out and have a little bit of fun with the taking him around trick or treating. He'd dress up. Yeah, that's when it started to be real fun again.
I say,
Have you always been a Halloween
Yeah.
lover?
yeah,
Sorry, we just finished eating dinner. I'm not gonna say why, or you just want to go on to the next question.
yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't read the notes.
How do you get into the Halloween spirit? Well, with having our small thrift shop, one of the things I like to do is decorate the shop a little bit. A few pumpkins, a little plastic skeletons, uh, spider webs, different things like that around the shop. It just, people start getting into the spirit of wanting to have fun, dress up, and get themselves some candy.
Most of the time when I find myself getting into the Halloween spirit is when I end up going to stores, and I'll sit there walking around sometimes and I'll notice that the Halloween stuff is out, and I won't realize it till it's a little bit ahead of time, like 3 or 4 days, and then I'll realize that it's Halloween.
Okay, number 6, favorite Halloween decorations. For me, I would say my favorite decoration is the mannequins that are dressed up with, you got the older ones that don't have a head to start with, and they'll put arms on them, different things like that. Just things that it's a little bit bigger than, the little plastic things you put on the wall. Something that jumps out at you and gets that little bit of curiosity, making you wonder if it is real.
For mine, I personally think it's like skulls and skeletons, especially like the one right here.
It's not real. Favorite Halloween fall scent? Um, with it being with Halloween being right before Thanksgiving, one of my favorite fall scents, I think, would probably be turkey. I love a good roasted turkey.
I agree with you about that. Then stuffing.
Yeah, you like any food. You're as bad as me. Food. Favorite candy? Uh, Probably mine would be a Reese cup.
Mine would probably be Smarties.
Vampires or zombies?
Zombies.
Zombies, yeah. Um, Real big Walking Dead fan. I like playing Dead Island. A couple games like that. Resident Evil. The vampire thing, I just never really got into that.
That's about the same with me.
What is your weird or odd fear? Well, I hadn't really thought about this one.
I didn't really either.
Um, along that lines, when I was a little kid, I had watched a Winnie the Pooh movie, and then I went to bed, snuck out, and sat around the corner, and oh, what was that? Watched Amityville. Good combination. So the rest of the night, when I did go to bed, I had Winnie the Pooh and Tigger in my dream, and Tigger kept telling Winnie the Pooh, or vice versa, whatever you do, don't prey on your eye. And the one went like this, and all of a sudden the eye started getting bigger and bigger, and well, that's when I woke up screaming.
I was trying to think through all that. It's like one of the worst like nightmares is like I wake up and I'm falling. Um, I'll always get like 2 feet above the ground and either wake up or stay asleep and hit the ground, then wake up.
And last but not least, do you believe in ghosts? I think I would have to actually agree with Brad and Margaret on this. That there is more to this life than coming back as a spirit that just floats around. I'm more of the one who believes in the more the native thought of being an energy, and I don't really know how to put it. I I like so many different aspects of so many different religions and thought processes. The biggest thing that I truly would like to believe is there is more to life than just a pile of DNA. We're alive for a while, we die, and that's the end of it.
I would say I half believe in ghosts. Like I watch like Ghost Hunters a bit, but like at the same time I agree with you on what you're saying about like the native beliefs.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think that pretty much does it. Um, I'd like to send a challenge out to AVSongbird to do these same questions. It would be very interesting to see what your thoughts are on this. Have a great night, everyone.